Good morning, my grade 9s. I hope you are all well. I am Steve, and today in our geography lesson, we will be speaking on the topic called topographic maps. But before we continue, does anyone know a basic meaning of what a map is? Yes, ma'am.
A map is a visual representation
Of an area. Okay, so just say you are new in Kimberley and you need to get to Beaufort West or something like that. Do you think you will be able to just walk from that place without knowing where to get, how to get there? No. What do you think you will need? You will need a map. So in order to move from place to place, we need to use a map. And a map is a 2D drawing of our 3D world. So our 3D world is basically, a 2D is a flat shape. A 3D has its height. So with the height, so if you're going outside, you see your buildings, everything, it has height. You can see all the shapes, the length, the breadth, everything. But when it comes to maps, it's just a flat 2D shape. So you can see, so basically a map is a 2D shape of our 3D world. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Okay, right. So let's close our eyes quickly for 2 seconds. Right. Imagine you are on a plane. You are high up in the sky, right? And you want to see what is going on at the bottom. So it's your first time on a plane, you've never been there. So now you want to see what is happening at the bottom. So tell me, what do you see? Looking down, what would you see? Yes? Rivers. And how do you think your rivers would look like? What color? Yeah. Yes? A blue color. Blue, brown. Anything else? Yes. Your cheese. So you see your cheese from the top view. And what color do you think your cheese would be? Green. Okay. Anything else? Mountains. Okay. So if you have to see a mountain from the top view, do you think if the mountain is like this, going down, do you think you will be able to see the bottom or basically only the top?
Only the top.
Yes. 100%. Right. So the mountain is 3D. So looking at this mountain and the one on the side of the contour lines, the brown lines, a mountain is a 3D. Remember I told you that our world is actually in a 3D shape, but on the map you look at it from a 2D angle. So a mountain is a 3D. It has height, it has slopes, and it has valleys. So can you see the height of this mountain? The height of this mountain. So you can see the height of the mountain. And topographic map is a 2D drawing that shows height and shape using contour lines. So you're probably wondering, what are contour lines? Anyone have an idea? Remember it's your first time, so it's okay if you don't know. So contour lines are usually the squiggly lines, as we say, the squiggly lines on a map. And those are usually the brown lines. Okay, so can you read the next bullet point?
Each contour line connects points at the same heights.
Continue.
By drawing these lines, we can translate the real shape of the mountain onto paper.
So if we're looking at the contour line, look at the one in the middle, the one with the smaller circle. Do you think it's the bottom of the mountain or the top of the mountain? The top of the mountain, because there's a sharp peak on top. Right. So moving on to what is a topographic map? Can someone please read that out for me? It shows
the 2D shape of the land.
yes.
Shows natural and man-made features.
Yes. And what do you think natural features could be?
Trees,
Yes. And then man-made features?
roads, buildings.
Yes, 100%. Use contour lines for height. It uses symbols for the features, so usually they have their symbols. So on a map, you will usually see a symbol of a river, circles are called contour lines, and on topographic maps, it is always 20 meters apart. So these lines that you see here, they are always 20 meters apart no matter what. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to play a quick video for you to understand a topographic map.
Here I have a peeled potato which is cut in half. Use your imagination and imagine that this is a hillside with a steep side and a gentle side to the potato or the hill. I'm going to cut this potato into several slices in order to demonstrate a topographic map model. So the whole point of this activity is to try to take this three-dimensional object and map it out onto a two-dimensional piece of paper. So what I'm trying to do is cut these pieces of potato evenly so they're all about the same thickness. If I had the right tools, they would be exactly the right thickness, but I just haven't. So here you can see I have 4 pieces. They should all be the same thickness. Next, what I'm going to do is trace each one of these layers of the potato using a pen.
Okay, I have a quick question. So what do we call the potato? What drawing is it? What shape is it? Remember what I said? Our buildings and stuff on land, things that we see, what is it? 2D or 3D? 3D. So potato is a 3D because there's a height for the potato. Can you see? And he drawing it on the map. What is it called? It's called a 2D because our maps are usually always 2D.
While tracing these, I made sure the whole potato pieces down firm so that they did not slip or slide or make any mistakes while I was tracing. Some of the lines I've got to draw, and some of them I needed to redraw because the pen wasn't quite working. And then got to my next smallest piece, lined it up, started tracing with the pen, except the pen I found was.
Okay, can I ask a question? Looking at this drawing, the first one is bigger, that is the outer one. The second one, it goes in narrows and narrows. So, what's the interval there, the quantity interval? 20 meters, yes.
Not working very well, so I replaced it with marker, and that was much better for this activity.
Do you think the smallest potato is the highest peak or the lowest peak? The highest peak.
Please take note of which side of the potato has a steep slope and which side has a gentle slope. Take a look at the topographic map we created using the potato slices. Notice that the contour lines on the left-hand side of the map are much closer together. This means
Okay, he says that the contour lines are close together. What do you think that is? Is it a gentle slope or a steep slope?
it's much more steep. On the right-hand side, the lines are further apart, which means that the slope is gentle. Now we have a different shape potato. This potato has a valley.
So I have a few questions based on the video. So what does one slice represent on the hill? What does one slice represent on the hill? Yes. One counter line. Is she correct?
Yes.
When the slices are stacked, what shape do they make? Yes? A pretty shape. Yes. When you spread the slices apart, what do they look like from above? Is it a steep? Is it a gentle? Steep? A steep. Okay, right. If the slices are far apart, what does it look like? A gentle slope, yes. Why are contour lines useful on the map?
They show us how steep
Yes. So back to my other question. Did anyone try to figure out what happened? What the answer was? When we step the slices apart, what do they look like from above?
Okay, let's look at the contour intervals. Can someone tell me generally what are contour intervals? Contour interval is the distance between two contour lines. Yes, correct. Contour intervals is the difference between two lines. Can someone read it for me? What's a contour interval? That is the definition of a contour interval. Read. The vertical difference in height between two consecutive contour lines on a map. Start afresh. The vertical difference in height between two consecutive contour lines on a map. Another point. It tells us how much height you gain or lose when moving from one contour line to the next. Yes, so the contour intervals, it shows the height when you move from one contour line to another contour line. The height, it is called what? Contour intervals. Alright. Now we are going to look at the difference between the contour lines and the contour intervals. Contour lines. Contour lines are line joining of places equal height. A line joining of equal places, right? That's our contour lines. Can someone tell me what color contour lines? What color on the map represent contour lines? Yes, contour lines are represented by brown color on the map. Okay, we move to contour interval. A vertical difference in the height between two contour lines. Now, when you're talking about contour interval, you're talking about a vertical difference from a contour line to another contour line. The space, it is called a contour interval. Alright? The gap between two contour lines is called a contour interval. Okay. Another point, the function of contour line is to show the shape of a length. Function of a contour line. When you are talking about a contour line, it shows the shape and the height of the length. If you are looking at the mountains, right? The mountain is like this, right? Yes. And then the contour line shows the shape. Understand? The contour line shows the shape of the valley and then of the mountain. If it's a valley, you will see the contour line shaping a V. And then if it's a mountain, it will be a round contour line. But while our contour intervals, they show a height different presented. So our contour intervals are to mix up the height between the contour line. Alright? So usually contour lines are drawn across the map. There is no map without contour lines, right? Because it shows how steep or gentle the place is. Okay? And then now we move to the rules of the contour lines. The rules of the contour lines. The contour lines never cross each other. There is no way where you can find the contour lines like this. Okay? Yes. You cannot cross the contour lines like this. They are always like this. Alright? Yes. I will show you on the next slide. And then close together. If the contour lines are close together, it means the slope is what? Steep. Yes. If the contour lines are far apart, it means the slope is what? Gentle slope. Yes, it's a gentle slope. If both the contour lines are far apart, the slope is gentle, which means the place is not steep. see the side view of the mountain. This is a map, a 3D shape map. A 3D shape map, you say it has a slope and a height. And then you see the map view, it shows only contour lines, right? Yes. Also here, okay, you see the side view. Yes. It's a picture of a mountain. We say that the mountain is a 3D. Why? Because it has the height, right? Yes. And then in map it is a 2D. Why? Because it doesn't have any height. You can't see a height in the map, right? But it represents how steep or gentle the place is. Through what? Yes. It's represented through contour lines. And then this is a V shape. I said a V shape represents what? Yes, it represents streams and rivers. If you see the contour lines that are V-shaped, immediately you must know that it is a stream, or it's a valley, or it's a river, right? But if you see a circle contour lines, it represents what? Mountains. Okay. You see, this is a picture of a valley. You see, the picture itself, it forms what? A V shape. This is why the contour lines will be a V shape, because the stream, this is a V shape. Okay?
Go.
Okay, now let me look at the map. Right? What is the topic of the map? What is the topic of the map? Yes. It's here in front of you. You just read it. Filling holes. Yes, it's filling holes. Right? Yes. It's filling holes. Can someone tell me, is this an orthographic map or a topographic map? Yes? Why? It's at the scale of 1 to 50,000. Yes, it has a scale of 1 to 50,000. Is it a line scale or a number scale?
It's a number scale.
It's a number scale, right? Convert the number scale into a word scale. 1 is to 50,000.
1 centimeter on the map represents 50,000.
Yes, 1 centimeter on the map represents 50,000 centimeters on the ground, right? The brown color on the map represents ground, right? The green color on the map represents what? Yes, it represents vegetation, plantation, right? Okay, that is all for today, and then I'll see you.